What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode. You know it's that time of the hour. It's Wednesday night. It's Dynamite night. As I'm conducting the AEW Dynamite review, we have so much going on tonight as it was kicking off towards the go-home show for AEW Dynasty, which is going to be a fantastic card from start to finish. And I look forward to seeing how things break down this following weekend when it comes to the show. AEW Dynamite had a decent card as well for tonight. We have Will Ospreay in singles action against Claudio Castagnoli. We also had Willow, Nightingale, and Adam Copeland in tag team action against Julia Hart and Brody King of the House of Black. We also had trios action, which was the Elite, Young Bucks, and as well as Okada on tag team on the trios action against Pac, Penta, and Daniel Garcia. We also have women's action involved as well when it came to singles competition. We had Deonna Purrazzo and against Mariah. This was a hard-hitting match, a lot of back and forth action. Couldn't ask for anything better. We also had an appearance from Jon Moxley, who is now currently the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations to you, young sir. It's well deserved. And you did your thing to come out on top to be the new heavyweight champion over in that promotion for IWGP. We also had appearance from Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland, as well as appearance from Mercedes Mone, who made her way out tonight. And then we also had a meeting set up by Taz, who set up everything up when it came to LionHook, which is Chris Jericho and HOOK, which they had a nice segment and then directly in the ring. And you truly couldn't ask for anything better when it came to the go-home show for Dynamite. But all the while, I appreciate you guys coming through and showing your love and support. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you get all information when and anytime I'm coming out with a new video or I'm basically going live. As well, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And always, post your comments down below as you get into this following show. But let's go ahead and get into it because that's pretty much what you guys are officially here for. Dynamite kicked off fairly well. You couldn't ask for anything better when it came to everything that started off. Things kicked off in high gear as we ended up helping the show with the commentary team, hyping up and getting everything underway when it came to Dynamite tonight. Then we had the show start off with Jon Moxley making his entrance as the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, which was a nice little decent detailing when it came to tonight. Jon Moxley had a whole lot to say when it came to everything that went on in his promo, including about winning his first title 22 years ago, and how he never really had help in the business, and his message is the same as now. Kiss his ass and watch him get it done. He's been chasing the title for years, and now it is there, basically. He succeeded to being a new World Heavyweight Champion, the title he's been chasing for a good while. He also addresses the Don Callis family and says that they know where to find him, and he'll be here all night. But also he suspects that they don't want no action when it comes to him. And he could blast them with a tire iron or run them over with a car, but they won't learn anything new when it comes to him. And he's going to pick the biggest, the baddest, the meanest one of them all. He issues a challenge to Powerhouse Pops, which we know that's going to be a banger, probably a slugfest. And I look forward to seeing how everything breaks down in an initial match when they have it at a later date. But then the promo pretty much broke down from there, and they ended up ending that segment. Then we got to the next segment, which was Mercedes Moné cutting a promo. Everything was looking good. She came out with her nice color hair, tooted and booted when it came to her style. And as I quote, when it came to what she had to say, she said she can't wait to play that bitch who attacked her with the lights off last week. And she thinks she knows it's Julia Hart. And she says that she doesn't have to figure it out as a coward. So maybe it was someone trying to frame her, like Willow Nightingale perhaps. And then backstage, somebody attacked Willow Nightingale as well. And during, I guess they pan over to camera and show that. including our stabmates checking on her, which was Chris Stanlander as well, who were there. And then they switched gears when it came to the actual segment. But her promo wasn't too long when it came to Mercedes. Everything was like straightforward, straight to the point. She was just pointing fingers. But we shall see how things initially break down when it comes to how things turn out. As she is the next runner-up when it comes to the AEW TBS Women's Championship. So I look forward to seeing a phenomenal match, whoever decides to become the new champion after Dynasty. Most likely it's probably going to be Julia Hart who come out on top. And then we have that Mercedes Marne versus Julia Hart at Double or Nothing in Vegas. And then we show after the attack and everything, they come up and then Brody King attacks Adam Cole from behind as Julia Hart watches from the ramp. And then, of course, he's that King Freight train and then knocks him down. It's the barricade with a cross body block, and then things initially broke down from there. Then we get ready for the actual mixed tag team match as things got underway really quickly when it came to the Adam Copeland and Willow Nightingale and the House of Black members, Brody King and Julia Hart. This match was okay for my own hot take. It wasn't too bad. A lot of back and forth action. House of Black controlled majority of the match, and things pretty much broke down after it was referee stoppage when Julia Hart hit the Heartless, and basically Willow Nightingale passed out from the situation. Then from the post match, things really initially broke down from there, as Julia Hart kept it a hold on until Mercedes Moné came out with a steel chair, and then she basically had Julia Hart run off along with Brody King, and things initially broke down from there, actually, for that segment. Then we had a sit-down interview with Samoa Joe, which was conducted by Renee Paquette. It was a lot of back and forth when it came to this promo. It was a solid. Samoa Joe is truly in his own when it comes to how he conducts everything. He's a true heel, and I enjoyed this promo. You couldn't ask for anything better. But then after he did, I pretty much said everything he had to say, which I'm going to go over it. A couple of quotes he basically said. He said he thinks that Shane Strickland doesn't carry himself like a champion, and he has to defend the belt as well as when he put his hands on it. He calls Swerve a choke artist, and at Dynasty he will be the one to choke him out. And then they initially went to the break. But pretty much the segment was pretty good. It was well told. Samoa Joe knows how to get under people's skin, and he did his job when it came to delivering a phenomenal promo. Then once they came out from break, we had the Young Bucks, Kazuchika Okada, interrupting the FTR Video Package, and they apologized for interrupting it, and they ended up proceeding to talk trash. And they're about to beat up some of their friends tonight, and a lot of matches are their deal. And of course, Okada calls Pac a dead man, and the Bucks ordered Tony Khan to hit their music. And then, of course, they came out to the entrance, and of course, got a little bit of heat, but not really. The fans really just wasn't giving any really detailed reaction when it came to everything that initially broke down. Then, of course, we ended up having Daniel Garcia and the Death Triangle coming out, pretty much delivering a decent trios action match. A lot of back and forth, a lot of trademarks. For my own hot take, this match was pretty decent. Couldn't ask for anything better. Of course, we had a nice super kick party and everything under the sun. An initial win happened when the Elite picked up the pinfall with a super kick assisted Rainmaker on Daniel Garcia, and they were able to pick up the victory. Out of 5 stars, I give this match decent. 3.5 out of 5. But it was decent for what it was for trios action. And you truly couldn't ask for anything better, just for my own personal opinion. I enjoyed this trios match, and I look forward to them eventually probably meeting in the future again and having a power out again and having some kind of brawl out again eventually in the near future. Then once they got over that actual match, then they went to a commercial break and they came back. Then he had Taz in the ring on the mic, and he was waiting for Chris Jericho and HOOK to make their entrances as he introduced them. And Taz says there has been an issue between them, and he just there to make it easy. Of course, things really initially broke down that segment where Jericho was trying to be the peacemaker and basically trying to talk to Hook and said he could be a mentor. And of course, he ran on the line of everybody that he assisted, and they became successful, including MJF, Jon Moxley, Will Ospreay, and they all have been better for being involved with Chris Jericho. But Hook proceeded to tell him no, and he was not going to just sit under his learning tree. And Chris was apologetic about it, and that Taz kept trying to get him to back off the situation when he kept trying to push the envelope. And Jericho pretty much shoved Taz to the ground. And then Hook got directly in his face and let him know he already beat him before. And he had no problem solving it again. He told him directly to get out of his ring when it came to a situation. So we see the tensions fully build up. And I can see Hook is not playing no games when it comes to situation. And he may end up becoming a dominant beast in AEW. But as well, we shall see how the tides turn when this whole entire feud. But as well, when it comes to the IWC rumors, there was rumors going around that Hook may initially be trying to dab his feet into the waters of free agency and see what eventually is out there when it comes to professional wrestling. A lot of people initially think that he may be signing with the WWE. I truly can see that happening. But basically, we shall see how things initially break down as things get into the swing of things. Of whatever he may initially do, but I'll be fully supportive if he does decide to go to WWE or he even stays in the AEW. But I'd like to see him become a better transitional wrestler and technical wrestler as well. But I feel like WWE will probably be that prime spot to make him better just in general and become that upcoming star and really get the knowledge when it comes to legends and the right training as well, from my own personal opinion. Then things initially break down for the next following match. It was Deonna Purrazzo versus Mariah May. This match was a lot of back and forth, very hard hitting. I'll give it a decent match. It wasn't too bad whatsoever. These ladies can go, but I really would love to see Deonna Purrazzo versus a couple other ladies that I feel who are very technical under the books. There's so many ladies out there. I would love to see her against the Professor. If you guys are familiar when it comes to her. She has been doing her thing on the scene of coming back. As well, I would love to see her mix it up with a couple other ladies as well that I have direct in my personal opinion. There's a few of them I'd like to see her get mixed up with Chris Statlander, which I think will be a great match back and forth. As well, I'd like to see her mix it up with Thunder Rosa, which I see that little feud is kind of teasing when it came to the post-match where everything broke down. And I'd like to see what else initially happens in the long run when it comes to everything that initially break down. But I appreciate you guys coming through. For you guys who are tuning in for this live stream, I appreciate you guys making your way and basically being available to check out this following show for the most part. But also, we were waiting on the win as well for Britt Baker to come back, which I think she'll be another great addition when it comes to everything in AEW. And I look forward to seeing how Britt comes back and how she begin to fold everything. And so many other ladies as well who are initially making their return when it comes to the women's division. The conclusion of this match actually broke down very quickly. As it was a sunset flip by Deonna Purrazzo, who ended up picking the pinfall on Mariah May. Then things broke down when Toni Storm ended up interfering by hitting Purrazzo from behind. And then Mariah May, along with Toni Storm, ended up putting the beat down directly on Deonna Purrazzo. Then we had Thunder Rosa come down to make her entrance, and of course, to scare them all off. And she got involved when it came to everything, pretty much putting the beat down on everybody, including Luther. Got the most of it as well. And then you started to see the tensions as things continue to break down throughout the majority of everything that initially happened. As Deonna and Thunder Rosa was having a face-to-face off, Mariah May was able to catch Deonna Purrazzo on the outside, grabbing her foot. And then, of course, Thunder Rosa was able to knock out Toni Storm with a nice elbow. and then ended up to scrawl and scribble purple lipstick all over her face, and things initially really broke down from there. As Tony Storm was upset, she asked for a mirror, and you can see that feud is really just building up with all three ladies, and I look forward to seeing how things initially break down. Then we had an interview with the Bang Bang Gang, of course, Bullet Club Gold. They came out for their initial interview with Renee Paquette, who's working overtime. And they said they finally get to see the redlining on her otherwise all black outfits, a part of her kick-ass jacket. And anyways, the point is they challenged Acclaimed to a trios unification match, winner takes all. So, and then they pretty much they left from there. And then of course from the break, then they came back with the claim, and the claim accepted the challenge when it came to Bullet Club Gold. I look forward to seeing how things initially break down for the trios action. It's much needed. I feel like the Gold need to be unified because I don't know what they're doing with the Ring of Honor Trios Championship. It's just not needed right now at the moment. Even though it has a long line of history of so many talent using the Ring of Honor Trios Championship, but I think it needs to be retired. And then they focus on the AEW Trios Championship, which you can dab back and forth between Ring of Honor. But Ring of Honor championships need to stay in Ring of Honor, and AEW championships need to be focused directly when it comes to AEW, from my own personal opinion. But I look forward to seeing this trios match being set up for Dynasty, and it's going to be a great one. As you see, Max Caster and Anthony Bowen and Daddy Ass going at it when it comes to Bullet Club Gold, the Ass Boys, along with Jay White, which we know they're going to put on a banger match, and you know you're going to get your money's worth when it comes to trios action, just in general. Then we got Orange Cassidy versus Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor, let's start off pretty quickly as things went back and forth between these two. A lot of hangovers, a lot of moves in between. We also had Lee Moriarty as well as Anthony Gogo evolved and basically helping out when it came to distractions and everything that initially broke out. But Orange Cassidy was able to get the orange punch for the victory alongside of having all those competitors being involved. Then the post-match happened when Lee Moriarty chokes out Cassidy, and then Gogo drops him with a body shot. And then Christopher Daniels and Massadale run down to save him. But Trent Beretta runs in and basically whops the chair and then wings it over the head of them, directly back and forth. And then, of course, Shane Taylor drops Orange with a right hook, and Lee puts the Border City stretch in. And that pretty much concluded when it came to that direct match. Then we had a video package that was a decent one, as they set up for the singles match for Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. You know these boys can go. They have a long chemistry history, and I look forward to seeing how they dab together. You know you're going to get your money's worth when it comes to both of these guys. Kyle O'Reilly's coming back from an injury, but he's been proving his own as he's been racking up so many not even title wins, but wins, and basically working his way up from the bottom all the way to the top. Now he's going to get that AEW International Championship match, which is going to be pretty decent. But along the lines, is this going to be a long-standing feud, or is Kyle going to have his hands full when it comes to Undisputed Kingdom being involved and Warlow being a workhorse and causing interference, and maybe having Roderick Strong retain to stretch out the long-term booking of this initial match? But I look forward to seeing how things initially break down when it comes to those singles match from there. Then we got ready for Will Ospreay versus Claudio Castagnoli. This match was hard-hitting, a lot of trade moves, everything under the sun. They were all able to hit their signatures, and it was a decent, great match from my own personal opinion. This match had everything under the column. The fans were chanting, "This is awesome." Will Ospreay technically is on a higher level as being probably the number one wrestler right now in sports entertainment, period. With his craft, couldn't ask for anything better in this. But the match concluded with Will Ospreay hitting the hidden blade and was able to pick up the victory. The post-match broke down with the Don Callis family hitting the ring, putting the beat down to Claudio until Jon Moxley made a save out there. And of course, staring down Will Hobbs, and then Powerhouse decided to leave and basically make his way from there as Don Callis was holding him back, and he proceeded to leave from there. Then we ended up having a nice backstage segment of Shane Strickland. Of course, our main man Swerve, who was out there in the back with his nice little hype up video message directly for Samoa Joe. It was decent for what it was. It was strong hitting, and it finally put the focus back on where it should be. Because this initially is going to be Swerve Strickland's first AEW World Heavyweight Championship. But I feel like last week took a lot of attention away from the build-up when it came to Dynasty. And this week they had to hit a home run to keep fans involved when it came to how everything eventually broke down. Swerve talked about basically how he knocked Samoa Joe on his ass like a little bitch. And he had fear in his eyes, and he called him down, tell him like a man, basically, when it came to the situation that broke down. But the actual segment wasn't backstage. It was initially in the ring. Samoa Joe came down, huffing and puffing, was highly pissed. And, of course, things broke down very quickly as security was involved. And then the brawl broke out when it came to everything that broke down. Of course, Swerve was able to hit the house call on Samoa Joe. Of course, Samoa Joe blocked it. And then Swerve was able to try to hit the Swerve super stomp, which was kind of nice. And things just broke down from there as Samoa Joe was able to hit the muscle buster, leaving him laying, and hold the title with Swerve being directly on the floor. As he leaves, he kicks the dirt off the mat onto him, and the show basically went off the air from there. It was a nice build up to it, but I see Swerve Strickland being our first African American black world champion is well deserved, and the writing's on the wall, and he's going to finish his story, as most people like to put it when it comes to WWE. That's the term they like to use a lot. But when it comes to AEW, it was pretty decent when it came to that segment. And I look forward to seeing that singles match this following weekend, as things are going to be really good from my own personal opinion. But I'd like to know from you guys' view and comments what you guys fully thought about when it came to everything that happened on Dynamite, as well as what was your favorite match of the night when it came to how initially everything broke down from each segment, including each match. Is there a match that you look forward to seeing when it comes to AEW Dynasty, which is going to be decent when it comes to each match on the card? It's going to be a banger. I look forward to seeing how things initially build up when it comes to all the tensions, as well as seeing how everything fold up when it comes to either people winning and losing, as well as maybe new champions being informed and being involved as well. But all the while, I appreciate you guys coming through and showing your love and support. Hopefully you guys are having a phenomenal night when it comes to everything that you guys are getting involved into. But initially, I want to go ahead and get into the lovely closing that we always lovely do for each episode. But I appreciate you guys coming through. But to the nitty gritty, you guys are awesome, amazing. As well, I'm giving a giveaway. If we're able to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, I'll be giving away 2 WWE 2K24 WrestleMania 40 edition. Either if you're on PS5, Xbox, or even on Steam. But you must be based in the US in order for me to give that giveaway when it comes to the subscription. But as well, share the love. If you know somebody who's involved in professional wrestling, I would love to make this your new official home when it comes to news, when it comes to everything that is basically happening when it comes to WWE, New Japan, TNA, as well as when it comes to major PLEs, or as well in AEW terms, pay-per-views as well. But initially, I would love for you guys to post your comments down below, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, you guys be safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.